Poland is defeated, and all that remains is to knock France and Britain out of the war. That's it. Just take them out of the war. No trouble. Well, France may not be that big of a trouble, but we're going to see. Hello, everyone. This is Gamer1745 with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4's World Ablaze mod. So far, I'm enjoying this. Okay, yeah, Bolton. Okay. I want to check here. I'm still trying to trade with. Okay, 5 days. Sending all these guys back to port. This fleet is also heading back to port as well. It took considerable losses. I sort of regret this operation. I think it would be best to wait to get like the ports in France, and then they can operate further out here. It'd be more useful. So that is what we'll do for there. So, which we should, hopefully with all of these guys, once they get to port, year plus for, lots less fuel being used. Yeah, because I knew that was going to use a lot of fuel. Okay, so the British, did we just lose trade with the Netherlands? Not entirely, I don't think. Okay, nope, okay, so we are, 3 days, we'll keep pushing there, as long as we sort of can. And, right, okay, we are, okay. Don't want to move these too far over there just yet to the front because of supply issues. These are much more realistic now that we have railroads. Get out of the Soviet Union. Okay, good. Yeah, good. We'll let that go. Now it's already May. We can only take one more. And hopefully by about June, we're looking at invading France. Okay. Don't know if we're going to get, because this was really organized very quickly into the Reich. I did get some of these earlier that are going to be the Asian forces here. Well, let's send you back to Oslo. Sort of traverse that ground in a way. Like that. Maybe there's a decision/national focus to Danzig. Oh, okay. Danzig will remain German speech. Okay, let's see. Not only you experience this moment of deep emotion. Okay, current ruling Adolf Hitler's currently leader. Danzig control one of the following must be true. Paul wrote that. Okay. When selected, public becomes more war support by 10%, costs 25% to take the decision. Well, we're going to have to wait on this because as soon as we get, well, it's 35 days. Yeah, maybe we could do that now because we want to, well, okay, well, let's look at some of these others. Activate pre-war stockpiles, 50%. Yeah, that's nice. Reactivate core steel mill, which won't cost us anything other than using up our iron and coal, which we have lots of coal. To press censorship. Has excavation level 4. Okay. 90 days, 25%. Well, okay. We want to do, we want to go to war economy, which is 150. Yeah, I think we could do this now and fairly quickly get over to that. Ah. So now we're pretty strong with support there. I think we'll... Okay. Occupied territories. Let's see. We're probably going to wait on this a little bit, but on pushing so we're getting here. Oh no, I want to look at Reich Protector because that is actually something of a functional. Okay, military. So they're granting us a lot. All right. Let's just look to see if there's any useful resources here. Don't really think much. Looking for Bohemia. Slovak state, we could get one for a factory. That ain't quite worth a factory. Should probably looked at this offline. Or I mean, not, or off camera. Just curious if there was any good trade opportunities here. Okay, Reich Protector. So if we needed more coal, we could get that at a huge discount, but we're not bringing in any coal. So we don't really have a benefit of trading with them right now. Now we are bringing in bauxite. So from the Netherlands, and okay, so one factory is getting us 25. One factory will get us 36. So that would be better, but yeah, let's do that. Do that down by 1. Iron. Well, doesn't look like enough if there's in any of our things yet to do for that. Well, let's look again. I know I shouldn't probably. Okay, so 12 or bauxite 21. Okay, so good, I guess. Getting all of that. Okay, we're positive everywhere for our current industrial needs as in resources. All right. Let's select all. Come over to Munster. Let's come over to Essen. What I'm going to, these are just big broad movements to get the, the divisions across the nation here. And then we're going to start looking at supply as, move each individual division into place. Okay. Well, we can move them into Cologne. Now on our... That's going up a little bit, I think, because it was like down at 2%. Let's spread you out a bit. Can we keep resistance map open?
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Bereit?
I naturally want to click there, and obviously it's popping up the division planner. Okay, I don't think we don't seem to have any resistance in Danzig, which I don't think Danzig was so German. There, like the speech thingy. There was no idea of resistance.
Ausrücken!
Still of the mind that these cities should be... Warsaw wasn't that big of a city to need more than one. We can talk about Berlin needing 2. That I could see. Paris... Yeah, maybe. Because Paris is a pretty big city and could do a lot of street fighting. Warsaw just really wasn't, as best my understanding, to need multiple. These guys here, and this time I do need to look at the template. You know, we do have suppression, 2.4, and over here, suppression 1.6. I'm surprised that the military police is less. I would have presumed it was more. How interesting. Okay. Don't know the thinking there. Actually, what I think I want to look at is over here. Okay, we can do this coming soon to give 10% more suppression. Oh, we've got another motorized division. I think we're almost still at 2, so the theater here. Yeah, he's still at 2. I need to get him to full general. Skill level greater than 2. Okay, current progress. We just got to get more combat for him. My mind, because of Hoi, four works on a 1 through 5 skill level. I mean, Hoi 3, sorry. And because obviously the least is 0, skill level 0. I would start most German generals at skill level 3 to differentiate them from, say, badly skilled generals from Romania or, the Soviet Union, or I don't know. They may have good skills, but out-of-date skills, maybe I would say, for, maybe well-trained, but trained for the wrong things, maybe the way to sort of say it for, the French. I don't want to downplay the skill level of the French generals. And there's so many reasons why France falls so fast. One of them is that you could either get on the main headquarters for the command had like one telephone line coming in and out. That's high command. For not like the Defense Department high command. I'm talking about the operational high command. Had like one telephone line coming in and out of their place, and it was sort of like a fortified chateau or something with like a moat around it. I think it was an old thing that they went in and occupied. I think partially, for fear of commando raids or something. But I think it was like one phone line coming in and out. Why would they need any more? Because the way the French were, and it was mostly phones, but because they were sort of worried about the Germans intercepting radio communications, they had field telephones. It wasn't like they had to use like public telephones. They had field telephones. They knew how to communicate. And so the corps level guy, I'm not talking about the headquarters guys here, but the corps level guy, come on in. Hello, General, Henri or whatever. This is, your commanding officer. Yeah, it's good. Okay, well, I want you to attack this position in 2 hours from now. Make sure you attack. All right. Yes, sir. We'll get ready. Thank you. And they get ready to attack. And 2 hours could come and go, and they just sit there. Next day, come and gone, they just sit there. You know why? Because no matter what they got told over the telephone or over the radio, that was just sort of like, our planning meeting, if you will. It's nothing happens until you get written orders. So if the dispatch writer, the guy who jumps on the motorcycle, they had the headquarters, they had a bunch of dispatch writers, guys on motorcycles. Till the dispatch writer shows up and hands you the written order, you don't do anything because that could be, um, faked. The Germans might be hacking your telephone system and getting in and sending wrong orders. So there was orders to not do anything based on telephone orders. I mean, you could order anything, and it was sort of like, and so like, oh, well, in 2 hours we're supposed to attack. Well, great, let's get ready, and then wait for the order. And so if the orders show up, an hour and 55 minutes later, well, we're all ready to go, and okay, good, go. We go in 5 minutes. And so we got ready. So telephones weren't like entirely useless within their thinking, but it was, don't do nothing until you get the written orders. That's the way that the French organization worked. Now, so we're trying to simulate that in this game here. So that's one reason why I would, shall we say, lower French skill levels. It wasn't that they were, the generals and the officer, but here we're talking about, corps level and higher. It wasn't that I think that they were incompetent. They were just so, I don't know if out of their league or fighting the wrong war or whatever you might want to consider it. They were just, outdone by the changes in the world from what they had been trained to do. So I would not have a standard German army general, which is what I would say mostly what we are seeing here. Yes, I am glad that they have finally done this. Too little, in my opinion, and I don't know why. I think that this kind of thing is fine that it's automated. I just wish I could switch these guys out, like in Hearts of Iron 3. And again, talking about my mod, I know many of you played it. Hi, Niagara. And others haven't, but I add a lot of military, field leaders and whatnot, and some of them, and you can't go negative, unfortunately. Some of them, they're really bad, but they are like SS police general somebody, and they're meant, and you put them in charge of occupational divisions kind of thing, and yeah, those guys suck. And there's a bunch of other stuff like that you bring in here that a bunch of officers that I'm judging to suck out there that are below it. But standard German Wehrmacht officers, for me, mostly would start at least at 3, minimum 2. And if you read Rommel's book, I know it's self-aggrandizement, hey, I'm so good, look at me. But it's a damn good book, and I don't think it's seriously disputed as in like factually incorrect or something. So he seems to be a good officer, and yeah, okay, going to, Corps command is different than being either divisional general or, some colonel or something for sure. But we do see that, taking over the Africa Corps, and yeah, I know I just said Africa Corps, but we are still talking, he does very well. So I don't think he should need the quote-unquote experience. No, we're not going to spend. We want to get better occupational duties. Okay. need a lot more. So we need a lot more. And I'm also thinking about winter, Russia, that kind of thing. Hopefully we would capture a bunch of places like France and whatnot. But okay, so we're looking still pretty good. We can see this sort of turning blue here.
Angetreten.
Where are you? Oh, you're that.
Bereit.
Okay. 5. Yeah, I don't think we have the equipment to do the mechanized or the motorized, or do I want to try to use up all of my trucks? Effects select enables Germany. Okay, there we go. Let's
Achtung.
take a look at these guys. Oh, all right. Let's just see how they compare to
Bereit.
that division here. I know, oh no, I don't want to change it. I just want to look at the template here. I know I've done some changes. Okay, so this is first Wella division here. I think these might like say be locked or something. I don't know. Okay, so no real anti-tank, no heavy artillery. Otherwise, all right. Okay. Fine. Now here we do have the problem that they come in with 10% equipment. So we're going to eat up a lot of these, but I think we're going to, well, let's create a corps here, or whatever you want to call this. Is larger than a corps, sort of an army, but whatever. Yeah, this Walter Rice is better than Rommel. Yeah, come on. Come on, people.
Ausrücken.
They're going to take a little bit of time. Organized up. Now, oh, let's go back down here.
Achtung.
That's where we sort of were. Okay, let's just come up to the top of this list here.
Ausrücken. Bereit. Ausrücken.
We don't want to overstack to any one province.
Achtung. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Achtung.
Okay, in here.
Ausrücken.
Ready to go after Dutch.
Angetreten. Bereit. Ausrücken.
We got all those guys there. I just don't know how significant of a problem. Okay.
Angetreten.
Reich now could use
Angetreten.
3 more divisions. Let's move them up to here.
Ausrücken!
Okay, you guys sort of get into place. We're hoping to get this kicked off fairly quickly, but I'm just looking at supply modes here. Now we're starting to see some supply concerns. Like I expected, I think we did upgrade this a bit here to have better, but okay. Now,
Bereit!
these guys are going to be our real punch, of course.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Take a look at the naval situation here. Right, that's looking pretty good. Guess they're still fighting in Finland. We haven't been paying attention. Well, let's take a quick look out at Japan. Well, okay. We no longer have our aid out here, our observer. Now with World Ablaze, they've designed it so that it's very difficult for Japan to win in China, which of course it was historically. The problem that, at least with Black Ice, and I would say generally with Hearts of Iron 3, is that if you make China too hard to conquer, the AI focuses too much on China, including, withdrawing support from other places, divisions, leaving it entirely, unsupported, undefended, and focuses, war production on fighting in China, which makes absolute sense. But if you're going to then force Japan into a Pacific war, it generally doesn't go so well. So we'll see how this does. I think it should be possible to have a doing a two-front war effectively. Okay. I love these railroads here. Okay, so we are straining the supply system there. So far, we're doing really good with the air. Okay. Let's stop that. I really don't think to deal with that. I don't want to use the fuel up if we don't need to. Have those on interception. Let's see about, these guys. Russia. Let's move you over to here and put you up over there so that you're operating into there. Thinking about a Weserpunkt operation here. Now, I deployed a bunch of these guys fairly early, it was time enough here to do it. Don't really care about their training because I really don't hope to ever have to need to use them in any real frontline combat. Maybe to go, squash a, a partisan outbreak somewhere or something, but, nothing more than that. So I don't care about their training. Good. Okay, now that we have spewed out a bunch of those divisions, they're still getting equipped. But it looks like we'll be able to catch up here. Okay. Mobilize the public. Nice, but I don't think we want to do that. We're getting ready to do a few of those. I'm worried about pre-war stockpiles, which that is nice. Finish these. Enable. Okay, effects when selected. Enable editing of German Reserve Divisions, template, and training or disbanding units belonging to it. First wave. Okay. I guess this is what we want to do here. We'll keep going past it here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, second wave has manpower. We are running low on manpower. And this is, we're mobilizing workforce, which will get rid of some of our problems. Limited, we need to do this, but we're lacking on that. Extensive conscription. We definitely want to get to extensive conscription here. Maybe even service by requirement to get us a big enough army. I don't want to do all adults serve or scraping the barrel. I don't ever want to get to that. That is not what I want to do. Well, I know there's no big action happening this episode, but we have sort of made progress. We're getting ready to, as maybe you know, I don't like to use planning bonuses for multiple reasons, planning operations. I like to micromanage. I think this should be enough to take the Dutch. This should be enough to punch into the Netherlands and through Luxembourg. I don't know how weak the French army is, but we will see. So, thank you, everyone. I do appreciate all of you who watch, but I particularly appreciate Tim, Strongarm, Niagro, Timothy, Sir Toyjet, Gary, and the Hoffmanator for support over on Patreon. I really do love you guys. I love everybody who watches these videos, but the guys that support, thank you. Don't say it enough, I know, but thank you so much. See you next time for more, yes, more Hearts of Iron.